Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you've all been doing well and have had plenty of stitchy time over the past week. I've had a good bit of stitchy time, but that'll be all in next week's video. So as I say, I hope you're all well. I better introduce myself. I'm Heather and this is Willy Sheep. It's a channel all about cross stitch. This week's video is slightly different. As you can see, I'm in the same room, just sitting in a different place. This week I'm going to do a video on the most expensive cross stitches sold in the UK. Now there's a few things with that. These are the ones I've found. It is on eBay because you can't find any information out obviously on Marketplace because things just sell for whatever price. eBay is sort of more secondhand, and there is actually I think new kits in this, but mainly most of them are pre-owned. People maybe just haven't done them and it's easier to filter on it, stuff like that. So these are all off eBay. I just want to say I got this idea off Steph from Cross Stitch the Globe. Steph and her sister Alison done this, I think it was last year. I'll link the videos below. They done the most expensive chart, most expensive kit, and I'm sure they done the books, and I haven't seen it, but I've seen the other two, which are brilliant. So as I say, I'll link them below and please go check them out. So this is not my fresh idea. I got this, as I say, from Steph, but I just thought it would be interesting to see. Obviously Steph's in America, so it's just to see the difference between America and the UK. And I do have to admit, pricing is definitely a big thing, is very different between the US and here. She had kits and whatnot at $400, I think it was maybe. We're not near that. We're not near that. But the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to start with runners up. So I'll have 4 or 5 runners up. I think it's maybe 4 actually, because I couldn't get a picture for the 5th one. But I have 4 runners up. Then I will do the top 10, working from number 10 to the dearest, number 1. And then at the end, I'm going to show you some that are for sale at the minute. Now, obviously there's prices on these. It doesn't actually mean they'll go for that, but, and just a bit of a caveat, I have the prices here. I've done as much research as I can on the prices that is available for you to see, and I'm assuming this is what the people paid, or at least very, very close to it. But as I say, the last section will be what is for sale at the minute, and as I say, at the minute, this was, I looked this all up on May Day, so it'll be almost a week past. So, but I would say at these prices, they're probably still there. So as you can see, I'm in a different place. I wanted to see, I don't have any other way other than my computer. So my computer screen is behind you at the minute, and I have my notes here. So, because you'll have all the pictures, or all the chart kit, I keep saying charts, all the kit pictures I'll put up, but I just want to see them myself, because there's some of them and I have an idea what they're like. You know, obviously I've seen them all, but because there's so many, and you will see there is a running theme in these, not to give anything away, but there are 3 different designers, or I'm not sure what you suppose designers that are in the top 10. There's a few other ones in the runners up, but anyway, we'll get onto this because it probably will take a wee while. So we're going to start off with the runners up. So I just make sure, yeah, number 4 runner up is, if I say it right, Lanarte, and it's Blue Hydrangea. Now this one, as you can see, is a beautiful purple head of hydrangea. It comes on, or the fabric you get is printed, so what you see there is actually printed on the fabric. Sorry, I have an itchy nose. The obligatory itchy nose. So it comes printed and all for you. I think it's lovely. It's purple, so it suits me. But that one is £110. So that is technically number 14 on our list. Things can only get better. So that is Blue Hydrangea. Next on the list, this is gorgeous, is Busilla, and it is Garden Fairy. It is beautiful with the peacock feathers and the roses, everything. It's beautiful. So this one is £115. So that is number 3 on our list. Number 2 on our list is a Dimensions kit. It's Dimensions Gold kit, and it is Creekside Deer. So beautiful little scene of a stag and a deer, I'm going to assume. A snowy scene. So say it's a gold collection, so it'll be done on 18 count Aida. Just check. Yeah, I think it's 18 count Aida that will be on. That one is £120, or was 100. These are ones that have sold, so that this sold for £120. We have that one, and the last of our runners up, so number 1 in our runners up is a beautiful lavender and lace, and it is Firefly Fairies. That is a tongue twister, and this one sold for £120. So that's those. That one's gorgeous. The fairies are beautiful, so they are in it. They really are nice. So that is all of our runners up. Now we're going to start in to the main event, and these are the top 10 most expensive cross-stitched kits that have sold on eBay in the last, I was looking for the last year, but I'll be honest, I think these are all within the last, we're May up to about February past. From February, March, April, these have all sold within. So we'll give this a start and start at number 10. And number 10 is from Mirabilia, and it is Sleeping Beauty. This is gorgeous, so I can sort of understand. This one sold for £120. So we're still within the realm of the runners up here, so that's, we're not too bad. Mirabilia kits, everybody knows, between the threads, the beads all alone, to start kitting that up, it can start adding up quite considerably very, very quickly. So Mirabilia Sleeping Beauty, she is absolutely gorgeous. The roses and everything, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. Number 9 is another Mirabilia. As I say, there's a running theme in these. And this is Waiting for Ships. So this one, a mermaid. And again, full kit of everything. And this one sold for $129.99. And again, with all the beads, there's such delicate beading in that one. I have seen these as whenever I've been looking at them, but I'm sort of taking a good look now as well. There's so much beading on her. It's beautiful. It really is gorgeous. So that one was $129.99. Okay, next on the list, so number 8 on our list. We're into something a wee bit different here. So this is a Dimensions Gold collection. And it is Mother Earth. This one sold for £130. So a penny more than the last one. This again, gold collection, so it'll have been 18 count Ada, and threads were all pre-sorted in this one, so at least that was half the battle there. Something I detest is kits where you have to sort out your own threads. I know some people like it, I don't. So we have it, again, Mother Earth, all the animals. It's beautiful, it is lovely. These are all, like, they're all beautiful kits. It's not, you know, there isn't one of them where I think anybody would go, but they're lovely. Next one in line is the first Disney Dream collection. And this one is The Lion King. And it sold for $134.88. So the Dream collection, or at least the ones that I looked at, I actually didn't look into this very much, but the ones that are on this list are all Thomas Kincaid. So they're all his artwork, and then all done for Disney. So the lighting, you'll know the colouring, the lighting of the artwork, it'll be superb in it. But it's gorgeous with all the animals, and then you have Timon and Pumbaa and Pumbaa. I'm more older Disney. Let's just put that out there. Timon, we'll say that. I know what one. It's lovely. It's lovely one, so it is. I don't know if I'd have the patience to do that though, but it's lovely. So that's that one. Then we have a little bit of a different one. I sort of haven't had putting this one in, but I thought it is a kit. It just happens to be a kit for 6 individual pieces. So this is the gold collection, Dimensions Gold collection again. And it is Timeless Elegance Ornaments. So it's 6, I would say, Christmas ornaments. And I think the background is they are hanging on a tree. So you have 6 little individual ornaments, heart, round, and another shape. I'm not sure what shape that is. Hexagon. The picture I'm looking at isn't of great quality, but anyway. So this is for the set of 6. And this one sold for £150. So what's that? 6. My maths isn't great. 20 something pound. 20 something pound ornament. Would that be right? 50 divided by 6. £25 an ornament. My maths isn't mathing today, but they're all nice. All the colours are very Christmassy, and then you have a different way. I think majority of them is like a flower of some sort. One of them has like a poinsettia with a candle, and the other one, I'm not sure what that is. Sorry, I'm sitting there, I guess here I can't really see it. I think it's maybe like a snowflake or something. You could maybe see better whenever I get it up here. But you got the full materials to finish the ornaments, all to stitch it, all to finish it. So £150 that one went for. And that was number 10987 So the next one, I'm seeing I'm having to do a wee bit of jiggery pokery here because I mixed a couple of them up. I had to list these, or had to put them into a new list because they were bringing up, because of the way eBay has changed recently, where there's like a seller protection fee and stuff on it. I just wanted to know the base rate, the base amount that the person paid for it. So whenever I actually realised that, I went through them. So some of them have come down the list and others have overtaken them. So this one come down slightly. It's not by much, but it's come down slightly. There is a slight jump from the last one, which was £150, to this one. This one is Art of Disney, and it is called Past, Present, Forever Castle. Sometimes it would be called Cinderella's Castle, but on the front of the picture itself it says Past, Present, Forever. This one sold for £174.50. £174.50. Now, if what I seen was right, these are only available to buy within the Disney resort. So obviously only if you or somebody you know have been to Disney and bought it. You're not going to buy it in the Disney shop or online anywhere, you know, anywhere. So it's really only going to be sold as I say used, but it's not going to be brand new from a shop. That's what I mean, you know, that way. So that one, as I say, was £174.50. So we have the castle, we have Walt Disney and Mickey walking up towards the castle, and then all the lovely trees and everything all around it. So it is a nice piece. The castle looks beautiful and it really does look lovely. So we have that one. On to the next one. So this one is now number 4 we're on. We have another Mirabilia, and this is Villa Mirabilia, and it sold for £179.99. But she's stunning. So worth every penny, I think. The dress is so beautiful. It really is stunning. It is, I don't know what else to say. It is beautiful. The only thing is that urn in the background with the, it's sort of, I don't know. It's like somebody's went, oh, we've space to fill, we'll stick that in there. I don't know, but you can't really take away from her dress. It's gorgeous. So as I say, that one sold for £179.99. Again, the amount of threads for that, the beadwork, cry neck, all that, like it will add up if you just, you know, bought the chart itself. And a lot of these are out of print. I didn't go in to see exactly which ones are, but I did see a few going, yeah, they're out of print. So even just to go and buy the chart, it's not going to be easy either. So that was number 4. Number 3. This is actually the last Mirabilia on the list. This now, I would quite happily stitch this. This is Snow Queen. And when I looked at the kit, it looked like the person who was selling it had kitted it up themselves. But everything was there that you were going to need. This one sold for £190. But she is stunning. And the reindeer's stunning too. Everything was in this kit. So there's water lily threads, there was whisper threads, cryneck, all the beads. She had the 32 count linen and twilight, it was on it. Like, everything was listed. So I do think it's going to sound awful, but I do think it's worth the money, £190. And especially if it's something you are going to sit and stitch on. You know, if you're going to take 6 months to stitch in that, even if you ended up taking 9 months to stitch on it, it's still like £20 a month, isn't it? This is my day off. Did show my boss this. £190, and it takes you 9 months, is £21 a month. So, like, in fairness, if you were going to kit up a kit every month, could you do it for £21 every month for 9 months? Probably not. And like, even if you did have the stash at home, you still had to buy it at some stage. That's my thought on it. So if you were going to take the pleasure out of buying this and stitching it for the next 6 to 9 months, why not? £20 a month's not bad for if it was, you know, that's it. Monogamous stitcher. I'm trying to talk myself into it that £190 quite good for it, but there we go. But as I say, everything was in this one, so it's lovely. Really, really nice, I have to admit. So on to the next one, get myself out of that hole. The next two are both Disney. And as far as I know, and I have seen people saying, these are hard to get. And if you are going to get them, they are going to be expensive. So the first one we have, well, say the first, this is number 2 on the list. So the penultimate kit, Disney Dream Collection, and it is The Little Mermaid. And she went for £200. Again, this is another Thomas Kincaid. So all the shading, the colour and the lighting, everything's gorgeous in this one. But every time you look at it, it is, every time you look at it, you do see something different in it. But it's beautiful, and the wee shipwreck and everything underneath, it's lovely. So I can understand maybe why people pay that much. Personally, I wouldn't for that, but if you're a Disney fan and love that, who am I to take it away from you? So that was number 2. We are now at number 1. Number 1 on the list. I get it up on my screen. Number 1 on the list is again Disney Dream Collection, Thomas Kincaid, and it is Bambi's First Year. So you have Bambi, you have his mother, you have all the countryside going on, waterfalls, lightning, everything there. This one, drum roll, sold for £220.73. So that is the dearest one that I could find that is sold in the last year. But as I say, they have all sold within the last 3-4 months. And again, lovely kit, lovely chart, lovely kit. And there's definitely somebody out there wanted to stitch it. They definitely wanted to stitch it at £220. So that is them all. Right, so we'll go on to the ones that are actually for sale at the minute on eBay. Again, I'm going to work, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7 on this list. These are all for, well, they were all for sale whenever I was looking and searching for it. As I said at the start, I think probably at these prices they will still be for sale. All of these are Disney bar one. All are Disney bar one. So we will, at the first one, or number 7. Again, the Art of Disney. And let me just check. The Art of Disney, from what I could see, is the ones that are only available in the resorts. These are all Art of Disney. So that probably shows you, if that's right and they are only available within the resorts, then they must be hard enough to get. I don't know if every resort gets them, or it's just the American, or you know, the American gets one sort or one set of kits and Euro Disney gets other sets. I don't know what way it works at all, but these are all the Art of Disney. Yes, they are. I thought I had lied. No, yes, they are. They're all Art of Disney. So the first one we have is Mickey Mouse and Fireman. This one is for sale for £198.31. Now I tried to see if this was to do with maybe 9/11 or something, but I couldn't, just from the wee bit I read. It just was to do with appreciation of firemen. But to me it looks like something that would maybe be to do with 9/11. I'm not sure. If you know, leave a comment, let me know. I'd be more than happy to find out about that one. Next on the list is Snow White Discovers the Cottage. And this one is on for sale for £234.71. This really is a typical Thomas Kincaid. If he took Snow White out of it, it would be Thomas Kincaid. So we have that one. Oh, that one did open. Then we have The Art of Disney, and it is Beauty and the Beast. And this one is for sale for £234.72. But again, I always liked Beauty and the Beast. I liked Beauty and the Beast. And don't really give me the live action. No, I'm old school. I like the cartoon versions. This one I couldn't get a really good photograph of, so it's like on my screen 3x3, so it's like this. This one is Tinkerbell and Peter Pan, and they are flying over Big Ben and Tower Bridge, is it, in London? I get the right one. And this one is up for sale for £255.52. So that one, I'm just sort of looking at it. There is quite a bit of sky in that one. That's a lot. But Tinkerbell's in it, so it stayed on. Okay, the next one, again Art of Disney, Thomas Kincaid, and it is Pinocchio Wishes Upon a Star. This is lovely, really nice. £260 and 71 pence. So really nice, really nice. As I say, if you love Disney, more power to your wee will. If you're looking to spend that, it is, you know, it is really up to each person's personal preference. Some people would look at it and go, who on earth would spend that? And not somebody else who loves Pinocchio, loves Disney, will go, £260? Here you go. And why not? If you like it, you can afford it, it's your money, you're not hurting anybody, feel free. Okay, next one. The next one we've actually seen sold. Now if I can get it out of Disney. This one actually sold for $174.50 previously, but this one is up for sale at the minute. It is the Past, Present, Forever Cinderella's Castle, sometimes known as. This is a jump. It is up for £312 and 72 pence. Now, as I say, it sold not too long ago for $174.50. So yeah, not quite double, but not far off either. It is weird when you do look through it, because you see ones that have sold for £200, and then you maybe scroll further down and you see somebody picked it up for 50, or you know, it sold for £100, and you scroll down and you're maybe looking at the for sale or whatever, and you see it for £15, and you think, why did that one sell for 100 and there's 15? I don't know whether it's maybe, I don't know, somebody doesn't realise what they have when they're selling it. And good, you know, if you come across it and that's what you're after, fair enough, but it just makes you wonder. It makes you wonder. Right, so now we're down to number 1 of what is selling on eBay at the minute. So this cross stitch kit was for sale whenever I was looking this all up at the minute on eBay. It is Dimensions Gold Collection, and it is Placid Picnic. Now this one is from 1995, if I'm right. Full kit, and it is £343 and 32 pence. There you go. Now, from what I can see, the frame that is right next to the picture, you stitch that. So it's everything out to that point. That's a lot. That is a lot. But there may be somebody out there for it. I might keep an eye on it and let you know if and when it ever sells. We'll keep a little eye on it and see. But that is everything. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed looking it up. It was an eye-opener if nothing else. But the more I did look at it, I did think, well, look, if you bought the pattern and started having to kit it up, some of the prices aren't too far off. Also, if some of them are out of print, that's also going to add to it if there is a demand for it. But anyway, enough of my nattering, for I'll just start rambling. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and leave a comment. Please consider subscribing. And I will see you next time.